Hello, beautiful, magical, divine one. It's Monday morning for me, so messy messages for you guys. That being said, friends, I feel like your reality is. I just saw like a very, very messy room, like suddenly like clear of mess, like empty. So I feel like the messy density, right? Because there's how do I say this? Once upon a time in another lifetime, I tried to explain this concept of good crazy and bad crazy, and this was years and years and years ago. But that like you can be crazy, you can be different, you can be quirky, but there's like a good way. And this was before I was spiritual, and right now it's like there's good messy and there's bad messy. I teach this to my little one. When we are having fun and we're making a mess, it's a good mess. But if we're throwing a tantrum or we're not enjoying our chicken and we throw it on the floor, it's an ugly mess. So I feel like the ugly mess, like the density, is leaving at this time. Like it's actually seeing it like evaporate, and that is the word that's coming through. And it's because of you. So I don't know who you are, but if this message has found you and you're still here, you're in a new chapter. It's like a blank page, blank canvas chapter of this human existence. It's like the soul chapter. It's like you were in the human chapter. And by the way, I'm really being called to say that if this message has found you, you are a new human. You are you chose to be one of like the new humans that bring in new earth. You're like the first wave of a new human, which is why no one has the answers that you seek, because only you do, right? You're remembering. And it's in your power, in your strength, in you tapping into your light, into your divinity, into your inner weirdo, for lack of a better way of putting it, like just being your quirky self. If this channel resonates with you, your journey is one of magic and bliss and miracles, because you bring them in by choosing you, by devoting to self, like by shifting all the old ways of being, right? And this is what has happened. Like all those things that you have been shifting, like the code, like it's almost like the background coding has just cleared away. So I wouldn't be surprised if upon finding this message, things have quietened down a little bit. Perhaps some of you feel like the actual highest timeline grabbing you, because that's the sense that I have here. But like now you're enjoying the ride. The imagery that's coming through is very Mary Poppins, I guess, in a way. But it's like hanging on a telephone wire or like in South Africa we call it like a fifi slide. It's something where you hold over a wire and you slide down, right? And there are varying degrees of safety amongst these things. But that's what I'm seeing. You're holding an umbrella, and now you're like, you were initially scared. You're like, oh wow, this is terrifying. But now you're like, okay, cool, I'm enjoying the ride. I'm here for the magic, I'm here for the miracles, I'm here for the bliss, I'm here for the play that is now. Because that's what I feel you've anchored in, or is being anchored in. Okay, so if any of this resonates with you, my name is Angela. I'm a channel of and for source consciousness, just like you. And all I know is that I am very excited to hear what's going to come through. I try to record for you guys on Saturday, twice actually. The first time Saturday is my packing day, just a little bit of a human channel update before the cards come out. And I recorded. It was, what I remember of it, it was beautiful, because my human was super, super, super excited to upload this video with this beautiful message, where in the message all I do recall is that the title actually came in the message. So I was busy uploading and I'm going through the video to try and find the segment with the title, and I realized that there's no sound. And I had a moment, but I was like a moment, and I realized why. It's absolutely perfect. It's beautiful. And carried on packing, and then more space was made, and I sat down. I thought, okay, cool, I'll sit down to record again. Checked the mic, did a few tests, all good, all dandy. Record another message for you guys. Now, before even trying to upload, and maybe this was the mistake, I don't know, not that there was any mistake, because it was all beautiful and perfect. Those messages just weren't meant to come through here, I suppose. I don't know, it's not for me to understand. But the second video too had no sound, and I really had to sit there for a moment and realize, like, I had a choice, as we all do in each and every moment. The free will is an illusion, right? Free will is an absolute illusion. It's for the ego. Free will exists for the ego. For you, the soul, the beautiful divine being sitting here, the awakened human, the new human, you can hear these words without your ego getting screaming, right? That there is no such thing as free will. There's the illusion of free will. In essence, there are many decisions, right? But in essence, there is only ever one sort of answer, and it's you. So in every situation, in every way, all you are called to do is choose you and allow the outside you, right, which is a reflection of the inside you, to embrace you and hold you and show up for you, so that you can dance, right? And that's the dance. Self-devotion, and your reality, which is you, devotes to you. So the illusion of free will, right? And this is what we are all waking up to. That really it's all about high frequency, love, 5D. And the ego is 3D. The mind is 3D. When we're thinking, we're being 3D. When we're here, now, present, playing, we're being 5D. So in every now, you have a choice, whether to be 3D, thinking, or 5D, here, nowing. Anyway, that just wanted to come through with a little bit of that frustration. And there was some frustration, and I really did. I got to sit there and I went, okay, well, I know I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in accidents. I don't know why this is happening. That was, I think, what was tweaking my human a little bit, the why, right? Like, I didn't record the day before. I knew I wasn't going to be able to record yesterday. I was at a market. This is also why Mondays are sometimes messy for me, especially Mondays after market, because market's only once a month, and this was my last market. And with packing and everything. So yeah, you guys get me very messy, and with lots of like downloads for you guys, because there is still a lot that I record, like that is coming through right now from those messages. The one thing being, and it sort of really coincides with this empty room that came through at the beginning of the message, this evaporation of all the density, all the stuff. What came through the other day for you guys was that you're actually in an empty room, and you're uncomfortable in the empty room. There's no curtains to block out the sun or the moon or the stars. There's no mattress to sleep on. There's no like duvet to cover you if you're cold. Like this uncomfortability, right? But it's a beautiful space, and you love the fact that you get light, right? But it's not perfect. You're not quite comfortable in this new space yet. And this is all metaphoric for actually you not 100% being comfortable in the new human that you are. You haven't fully, and don't shame, this is not shaming, blaming, guilting, so don't allow yourself to jump on that choo-choo train, because there is no shaming, blaming, or guilting. You are exactly perfectly designed, and you are exactly divinely aligned exactly where you are. mumble jumble, however that resonates, friends. So you have not fully given yourself permission to embody your divinity, your light, the new human that you are. 114. This is what I see for collectively, right? Confirmed by the numerology there. But it is the illumination of the truth of you. So you've made big foundational shifts. Whomever this collective is, you're a collective of beings that has been using your alchemy, like been very aware of all that you are. Like you've taken ownership of your frequency. So like you're in this empty room now, and instead of sulking, crying, you're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna find a way to play here with everything I've got, exactly as it is. Knowing that simply by doing that, 111, everything that is for me comes in. And that's what I saw. I saw this room expand, this room full, this creative space build, and like, but there'd be space to like play. 114. Okay, so this is the energy that I'm still feeling, right? It's still so strong. It's so beautiful. And I don't know why this message, like there's a part of my human, I promise you, my human is giggling in there going, I wonder if this message is even going to have sound. But we shall see, right? Like I learned that day, I remembered that day, it was just about creating and playing. It really wasn't about anybody seeing, right? There was a little bit of ego involved there. That was what was tripping me up. So it's like, it's an ego check sometimes right now. It's ego check and alchemy. And here nowing, right? Like playing in the here now, because that is when you are in the 5D. You cannot be in the 5D if you're in your mind. Okay. Grounding yourself in this beautiful magical now with your breath. Breathing into your heart space. Acknowledging the source of you, your light, your divinity, your truth, your magic. Before surrendering to the now on each exhale. Breathing at your own pace. Okay. Okay. We have the 9, Hermit, at the bottom. We have the 9 of Voices, the 9 of Swords. So, which at the that flipped out, one of the facing up cards. The other one is the 3 of Materials. For me, yeah, okay. For me, this is very much representative of like the density you are leaving behind. And that may be triggering because we're seeing people here as density, right? These are like your teachers that they can't teach you anymore. Like, you know this will resonate as true, because I'm hearing that for many of you, you are already closing certain doors, whatever that means, take it as it resonates. So I feel like for some of you, this is actually leaving behind people, places, right? Maybe it's work, maybe it's just communities, but I do feel that there is like a jump, but it's more like a skip. It's like a skip into the unknown, right? Because I feel that right here, there's still space, right? It's like you're embracing the space that you're in. And by embracing the space that you're in, 144, you're embracing your divinity, you're embracing your magic, you're embracing all that you are. And by doing that, all that you are can reflect all the changes you've made, all the shifts that you've made. So I'm hearing that there is a bit of a walkway of space, right? Which I guess this card reflects. There's a bit of a walkway of space where you're not like, I'm hearing it's like where you're not sure and you're gonna like wish that you'd taken surety. This is, I don't know, just what I'm hearing. I'm having a little giggle there. Yeah, there's emphasis on like, there's gonna be possibly a moment or two where you look back, you turn back and you're like, oh, should I have? I'm feeling that I'm hearing easy and breezy, right? I'm hearing ego check is so easy for you now. I'm hearing that you have, it's not that you've leveled up, but you're at that point where it's so easy for you to check your ego. I'm also hearing that astrologically or cosmically, we're in Aries new moon energy, and we have been, I think, for the last day. I'm not quite sure when it fully kicked in, a day or two. But we're in Aries new moon energy, right? So we've been in moon energy for a really long time, where everything has been illuminated for us, right? All the ways we're not free, all the ways we're not choosing us, all the ways we are not like honoring our divinity, self-devotion, self-love, right? Sitting and breathing, right? That's spending time with self, right? You're breathing the self that is outside into the self that is here now and connecting, right? Your presence is the connection that is required for you to be in connection with you and the divine, for you to consciously co-create. Okay, so the nines. I'm going to pull alchemy here in a moment. I just want to see what the other cards are. 1, 2, 3. We have 4 cards. We have 4 cards coming up. This is an energy of really you, where you're putting everything, all the old versions of you, to sleep. Right? You're not hiding them away. You're not putting them in a closet. You're not angry with them. You honor them. You're so grateful to them. You appreciate all that they are, right? Because everything is now. But you appreciate every version of you, because every version of you was the necessity to get you here now. Without every single one of those versions, without every single one of those choices, you wouldn't be sitting where you are now in your reality, however it is. You wouldn't be at the point of, like, the precipice is what I'm hearing, the precipice of all that you came here for. Okay, so we have the Muse of Emotions, the King of Cups. For me, this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. I feel like, there we go. I'm just getting very much like a low density, a 3D. Like, this is you just choosing to play, right? It's very much like you choosing you. These are the emotions. This is like ego. This is mind. This is the mind matrix. This is all the stuff that's been keeping you busy, distracted, so distracted that you like didn't see that there was somewhere for you to go. There was actually not a way out, but this is what's being shown to me. Like a portal, a jump. Like, I don't know why jump is coming through either, but it's leapfrog. Okay. You're quantum jumping at this time, but like, it's actually a little bit more than that. You're leapfrogging, like you're playing quantum leapfrog. Take it how it resonates, friends. So your reality may be feeling super, super trippy at this time. You may be experiencing time really strangely. You may be experiencing memory really strangely. Memory is falling away. Memory is density. Memory is the known, because it's memory. You know it. It's history. It's known. All that is known is falling away, and that includes memory and our relationship with memory. So I wouldn't be surprised if your your world is feeling a little bit trippy. 9112. Okay. I have been seeing this number everywhere, to the point that this morning I realized on the new bank card I had to get, because my little one plays with my wallet. She takes out all the bank cards. And anyway, we were shopping and I had no bank card because she'd left it somewhere. So we had to go get a new bank card. I don't have the digital stuff. I'm not a digital person. Okay. And anyway, so I saw this morning that the last 4 digits of my bank card are now 9112. And 911 has been a number, and this is why I know that only those who are frequency family will resonate with 911. It's a number that has followed me for the last, basically since I fell pregnant. My daughter also happened to be born on the 9th of October, the 19th of October, so 9/11. And it is a number that has really evolved for this collective as well. Like, I've always been called to share anything that comes to me with regards to this number. And now I've been seeing 9112. It's like 2.0, but like your new chapter 2, but really it's like the chapter of you. Okay, you are entering the chapter of you at this time. If you're still here, that's beautiful, magical, beautiful, and blissful, and so many beautifuls, because that is what it is, and that is what you are in every sense of the word. And this mastery of self, that's what's really happening, right? Like I said, this ego check, it feels like it's so easy for you to check your ego. It's so easy for you to own your frequency, right? To own the creator that you are. And I just saw 912 again. So big emphasis on you're in this new chapter. You're actually in this new space. And now it's play. It's not 3D way. It's 5D way. It's not worrying about how am I going to afford the curtains for this empty space or the bed. How am I going to do this, that? None of these 3D things, these thinking things. It's really about embodiment. Like, your reality is shifting, and it is how it shifts is up to the now you. Because what the now you is experiencing is still a little bit of echoes, because I'm seeing that there are still ripples of something that was thrown in a pond. So you're still experiencing the echoes of the past now use choices, right? But you're also experiencing the high frequency echoes, right? So the, like, I don't know, we don't want to call them echoes. Give me a word here, Source. The high frequency vibrations of the past now use choices, which is why you're where you are, right? In this beautiful space. It's just space. I am hearing for some of you, there's still like some density that is going, right? So your space is not quite empty. But this is what this Aries full moon cycle is for, phase is for. Everything is being assisted, right? Very much hermit energy. There is still some inner reflection that is occurring at this time. You're there, but your heaven is here now, right? And it's remembering that by being here now, that's where you create your heaven. Everything else is for alchemy, friends. So I'm being called to remind you, as a new human, as a chosen one, and it's because you chose, not because you were chosen, right? I know the word chosen can sometimes trip people up. I think it's a word that they use purposely for that reason, because it's a word that can bring in ego. And when we're, it's like a deterrent. Okay, you're either ready to accept that you're chosen or you're not. 1144. This is a collective thing. Okay, so you're now, like, I'm hearing you've chosen your divinity. You've chosen your divinity, and that's who's in the driver's seat now. That's who's flowing. There's no more controlling here with this emperor. With the 5 of materials, I'm feeling that, okay, 5 of materials, page of inspiration. Give me some, I just want to get a little bit more clarity here on this 5. Because this is the change, but I'm feeling a little bit of resistance. It's resistance to self. It's resistance to your light. It's resistance to your magic. It's resistance to your divinity. It's resistance to your quirk. In some ways, some of you are still pretending a little bit, still playing roles. And I feel like that is very much linked to why this really is coming through as people being density. There are some relationships that are maybe not for you. There's some circles that are not for you. And And when you choose yourself in this way, when you embody all that you are, this Queen of Wands energy, right? I'm this Queen of Materials, this Queen of Pentacles energy, right? She takes ownership of who she is in the material world and knows that her material world bends to her will. Yeah, so this is like the power shift. Sorry for touching the mic there. This is the power shift I'm feeling for you. And it is like, it brings in everything. It is bringing in everything. Like you are, this is magical miracles, but it's like you realize that you're gifting yourself magic and miracles. You're like, okay, cool. So this is, I'm feeling here where you get to embody the embodiment of the reality creator that you are. I'm feeling big time like not manifesting, but like curious play with reality creation. And it's like it changes the game for you in a whole new way. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, this is confirmed here. Like with this page of inspirations, page of wands, I feel like you've stepped into like, you finally entered the playground. Like you've finally given yourself permission to play. You've finally given yourself that permission slip to be like, I don't care what people think. I feel like doing it this way. I feel called to do that. This makes no logical sense to my mind. I know that I need to do this, but do I need to really? Is that a need, or is a desire, or is that just conditioning coding? And I bring this through because even in this big move, those that are not new to my channel, and I'm also being called to take an alchemy card after this, but there'll be no more tarot. Okay, so in this move that I'm making, I've done it a whole new way, right? I trusted the timing of everything, even when it was difficult. And I mean, there was more than a year of like intense difficulty, like living in a space that's not resonant for me. And I know a space that I'm not supposed to be in. But on the one attempt that I sort of explored leaving then, I got a lot of resistance. I got a lot of kickback, and I listened, right? I tapped in and I listened and I stayed. And when I felt the call, like it's now, like there's no hesitancy, there is no more waiting, there is no more playing around here, I followed every resonant step, from the calls that I made to the timing of things, to the wording, to just everything, and to also just sitting back and listening. And don't get me wrong, there were moments where my ego got involved, right? I wouldn't be authentic if I wasn't being authentic. There were moments, and in those moments, and there were some moments, friends, because it wasn't all smooth sailing, and I suspect that it's still yet not going to be all smooth sailing, just purely because of the dynamic. And that's all good and well. It's all for alchemy, in the same way that like all those big moments where I felt like there was no spiritual me at all. There was no divinity. There was just ego, mind, fear, nervous system. That was for alchemy, right? And in the anchoring of that light, in the liberation that I received in those moments, post those moments, right, I had to feel everything. I couldn't run away from it. And in the feeling of everything and the anchoring of the light and the alchemy there, like so much shifted, and I witnessed it shift in my reality. Like I actually witnessed things change. To the point that I haven't even packed the same way. I've done things so differently. When it came to the finding the place, I made that one call that I felt called to make, with no expectation, right? There was no expectation in that call. I just felt called to make a call, and boom, bang, suddenly there is the perfect space in what feels like the perfect place, for me, my little one, and Frankie the cat to move to. It's in another province. It's 12 hours away. It's not close by. It's closer to where I was raised, so closer to roots, but separate from roots, which is very, very fun for me. And I say all of this while I'm being called to share all of this, because I didn't do it up here. I played here. I played in my reality. At one point, like, I should have been making all the calls, doing all the stuff, but my little one called me in a way, like, not actually with words, although she does. She's a chatterbox. She's got a great vocab for her age. But I noticed in her energy, I noticed I'm very in tune with her, and I noticed that she needed me more. So I stepped up to mommy more. This also reminds me, there will be a little bit of a channel update at the end of this message if you're still here. And I stepped into mommy mode, right? More spending time with her, taking her out, doing this, and kind of just allowed everything to kind of unfold as it was meant to. And packing has been easier. Everything has been easier. Like, time has been trippy. Time has been weird. There's no human words that I can explain for what my human has experienced in the last 3 weeks. And that is not from being here. It's not from figuring it out. It's from following what feels good to me. And feels good to me is playing with my little one, of being the mom that I came here to be. And this, right? But also trusting when I feel called to record and when I don't. So this is how you shift your reality. This is how I shifted my reality. That's why I'm feeling called to share it with you. Because I'm not going to lie, friends, my reality was pretty shitty. Right? I was learning a lot. There was a lot. And we just have to follow what feels right without understanding, without questioning. And then we actually get to experience the magic and bliss. Okay. I'm going to pull this alchemy card, and while I do that, I'm just going to give a channel update. At one stage, I don't know if any of you saw the video, the Cosmic Journey Oracle, I had every intention of pulling one card here at the end, but I recall that I've left the deck upstairs. Me and Emma were playing with it, so I apologize for that. Also just means that it's not meant to be. It's something that I actually can't take on my plate right now. I cannot, and I know words are spells. Let me respell my words. It does not feel resonant for me to say that I'm going to show up somewhere daily right now when that may not be true. So when I have the deck with me, I'll be pulling a card at the end of these readings, which hopefully will still be most days. But keeping in mind, my move is sort of happening. It's crunch time for me, so we shall see. Okay. Benevolent Guide, Spiritus Rector. What I'm hearing right now is like, you're ready to pollinate the world. And like, but it's by pollinating yourself first, right? It's not going to do the work. It's like going to smell the flower, to play with the flowers, and simply by doing that, you're pollinating the world. It's really about answering the call of you. That's what's coming through. But also you are ready to pollinate the world. Like, you're ready to share your magic. Like, the world is ready for your special kind of magic. Like, you're being called to be your authentic self like never before. Dropping all the bullshit. Okay, dropping all the acts, all the roles, all the old ways of being is what I'm hearing. Okay. Inner voice, guide, ally. Oh, how easy it is to doubt the presence of the Spiritus Rector. The alchemist, falling into a moment of forgetfulness, feels alone in the laboratory and begins to doubt their work. Disarray and discontent follow. Who do I listen to? Where do I turn for guidance? All the while, the benevolent guide hovers close, waiting to be acknowledged, waiting to be heard amidst the noise of the world. It whispers words of kindness and encouragement into the ears of the alchemist. When this card appears, it asks us to recall the guidance we have received at important junctures in our life. That benevolent presence is constant, not conditional. Now is not the time for struggle or fear. Soften into the gentle humming of the wise bee. You cannot make a wrong choice when the Spiritus Rector is near. Go deeper, read the poem I Am Not I by Juan Ramon James to ponder the wind as messenger. Building connection with the Spiritus Rector requires us to engage with the unseen world, the realms barely visible and rarely discussed. Close your eyes and begin. To distinguish it from the mystical sister card, the benevolent guide card is typically experienced as a presence within, not as another person. Okay. Is there anything else? but I think that this is all, friends, because I really was told no tarot, but I don't know, it's just habit sometimes, I think. Yeah, no, that is all. This is you, friends. This is what you are embodying at this time. Your light, your divinity, like you free from the thoughts, right? This is like the human vessel being used in the way that it was designed to be used. Not a hamster on a wheel, like you here and now, experiencing the here and now, and your brain being used in the way that it was designed to be used, which is not a way to keep you small, right? You're done playing small. That's what I'm hearing right now. You're done playing small. And I'm being really told to stop there. Okay, have a beautiful magical now. Thank you for co-creating this message with me. Thank you for being the beautiful being that you are in all the ways that you are anchoring the light. Thank you for choosing you. Okay, have a beautiful magical now. Bye-bye.